Dabba dabba do. Oh my goodness. That's how you start. That's how you start a pregame right there.
Yeah, that's it. Pregame. That's the pregame.
I just want you to know that was that's right. Yeah.
Oh, let's see. So tonight is we're talking about all the things you want to know. We're talking about the State of the Union, LeBron James versus Michael Jordan. What else are we talking about? Forgot.
The Grammys.
The Grammys, and it's right here. It's on the thing.
Yes, the spy balloon.
The thing.
Spy balloon.
Yeah, the thing. You know about the thing. The spy balloon. We're going to talk about everything you want to talk about right there.
Hey, the funny part is that we all knew too. It's like, yeah, the thing.
The thing. Yeah, you know.
Hey, you got some music there to play, man? It sounds so quiet. Sounds like I'm
what's that? Yeah, I'll be right there. Hold on.
Oh, hey, what's going on here?
Good. I'm just gonna do some adjustments. You guys talk among yourselves, just making some adjustments here on the floor.
It's gonna be one of those nights tonight.
No. If you don't know, if you haven't listened to the podcast in the last 50 episodes, you'll know that your voice is the smallest of them all.
Correct.
Mm-hmm. You haven't listened. Don't even tell me.
Yeah, he's like, yeah.
Yes. I know that.
Make the adjustments because week to week it changes. I don't know who's touching the stuff when I'm not playing.
Touching the dial.
When you're not playing.
When I'm not playing.
I don't even know what that means.
And when did we ever? It's the State of the Union.
I'm gonna turn you up a little
bit. Turn it up. Look hey, Magic Mike turned his head down. It's just he put his head down. We still see you, Magic Mike. I just want you to know that.
We're about to be drowned out when we go back listen to that recording. It's gonna all be GG.
I think maybe he should turn his gain up. I'm afraid to tell him to turn his gain up because he's
you should have done that. Oh man, we're in trouble now.
It's just a hair.
No, you see, he does it.
Want me to turn it up?
No.
You say it's just a little bit.
Hold on.
Twist that thing all the way up.
How's that? Is that better?
No, it's the same.
Okay, good. Good test. 1, 2, test. Yes.
It sounds the same to me, so you're good.
I'm a little nervous, Moose.
Oh, here we go. There you go. I'll give you a smidgen.
There we go.
There we go. It ain't good until I see the red.
Oh, easy.
I ain't good until I see the red. There we go.
Yeah, red means good. Red.
Green means is not enough. Green means is not enough.
Yeah, slow down. You're not there.
Green means go. Keep going.
That's right.
Keep going up.
Hey, keep raising it to the color changes.
Keep it red. There you go.
Keep raising to the color changes. Oh, it changed. There we go.
Oh man.
Oh, well, let's see.
Hold on, I think there's a balloon outside.
Hey, be careful. Watch it. Magic Mike, did you have some show and tell you wanted to talk about tonight? You want to bring that up now, or you?
Yeah. This is the perfect time so we can get out of where Cape God's going. So you can see it already. So I picked up a couple of Funko Pops here recently.
I can't see 3 right away there. Hey, why don't you send me that Spider-Man mask? Why don't you send me that?
No, that's not happening. You know, it's really when you go somewhere, you go to a store, you're like, I'm just gonna go here for this.
Yeah.
And you start, I'm gonna look down this aisle. And you're like, are you kidding me? And then you get to pick something up.
Yeah.
So I recently picked up this Captain America here.
Yes.
He's pretty cool. I gotta tell you,
that was cool.
He looks
that was
sharp.
Cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
Right, little shield there. The other ones I've had for a little bit, but I kind of did some changing in the room a little bit. I'm still working on it. Work in progress. The other one I picked up is not a big deal for this podcast, and but I'll tell you what it is. This Larry Bird. So
it's
a pretty cool one too. So
Larry Bird, nice. All-time legend, Larry the Legend.
Hey, Moose, he's taking your title away, man. He's gonna start be called the collector.
Yeah, he is.
Every week we got like 2 or 3 new items.
Well, I got the same stuff I've had for years right there.
No, we know that's not true. Listen, you have the same stuff, but you also have newer stuff too. And Moose has changed. We're going to bring this up now. Or I guess we could add to the podcast, but I'm just going to throw it out there. He's changed from collecting stuff to collecting snap cards, as we know.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. That's
those Marvel
hey, you know
cards.
what? You're absolutely right. Listen,
let me get a ding there, Moose. Get that.
Get that ding. I do it for you, right? Ding.
Oh, thank
you. Hey, we're gonna just change his name, Mr. Pay to Win.
Pay to win.
No,
you got pay to play, baby.
That's it. No, that's what everybody else does. He pay to win. I call him Mr. Spider-Man.
You guys are crazy. Crazy. You're crazy.
Hey, I just want to go on the record, Your Honor, as he never explained his whereabouts or his alibi for those days in question.
Yes.
For the night in question.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't a night. It was days.
Oh man, you guys are just mad that I got a better deck than you. That's all.
Hey,
you're right.
I hope you got a good price for it.
Yeah, but I paid as much as you.
Somehow
Whatever you
I
paid.
doubt
Whatever you
that.
paid.
I doubt that. Listen, but I got to tell you that since we're still in pregame here, hey, the snap has definitely gotten a lot better. I mean, meaning like it's just gotten so much fun.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. If you haven't checked it out, you got to check out Snap. It's an app you can find in your app store. It's a Marvel card game. You like card games like Pokemon Go? I mean,
Pokemon.
Yeah. That would be one. Oh, there you go. There's your Sam right
wow,
there.
yeah, there you go, man. Oh, another one.
Yeah, I love it. I don't know where that's coming in from.
Yeah, where's that?
Facebook,
Where's that?
It says Facebook, so
yeah, that's fun.
Man.
You can't. The good thing is they don't come up on down here when we're talking.
Yeah,
that is the good thing. You are correct.
But here's what I'll tell you. The stuff that's in our title, we're not talking about any of that. There's some. Yeah, no, we're not. We're not talking about this. There's spy balloon, but this is tech stuff. This is kind of fun. There was a balloon up in the atmosphere. It was. Does anybody know how many feet it was up in the air? Does anybody have any idea?
No, I have no clue. I mean, you can see it. You can see it with a phone.
It's like a mile or something.
It was between 65 and 70,000 feet in the air. So that's just out of range for most radar kind of things that are coming through. So just so you know, I say out of range. Let me take that back. It's not out of range for radar. It's moving so slow that it may not be picked up on radar. Just so you know, but it's just out of range of most planes. And this thing was shot down with one of the Raptors, and the Raptors range, at least from what we know, is 65,000. So he had a target.
Are those manned?
They are banned. Yeah, they're
manned.
I said manned. It sounded like I said banned, but I said manned.
Okay.
Yeah, they are manned.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and do you think that was launched here?
Launch where? The balloon?
Yeah.
What?
This is some spy balloon from some other country.
Oh, I didn't know. And listen, I can't believe what you read anymore.
We shot it down. Hold on a second, Magic Mike. I'll join
you. Different podcast. Okay.
Yeah. So anyway, but that is kind of fun. That is kind of cool to know that there's a balloon on some, and there's another one somewhere else out there, South America or something. Yeah, so that's kind of fun. I don't think they have any way of shooting it down. So
really,
yeah, their jet can't go that high. You can't. You'd have to be a precision, and because you can't. You're not necessarily locking on.
Lock on, yeah,
right.
And if your plane's only going 30, 40,000 feet in the air, you're still a long ways away.
Listen, man, all you gotta do is just make one of the. We used to make them all the time as kids. One of those roadman shooters, and you're good to go, man. Just lock them up and.
I will say that there was a report that this had happened previously in another country, and they didn't have a jet fighter or anything that could go up there, and they were afraid of course, using a rocket to explode it. So they went up there with a fighter plane as high as they could. Now it may not have been as high as this one, but they tried to shoot it down with bullets, and they dumped a ton of rounds in them. And the plane just kept on going. I mean, the balloon just kept on going. Because it wasn't big enough to make a big difference,
I did hear when they shot it down. Someone said in the background, "It's a 1 in a million shot, kid."
Hey, that's funny. What they do need really is they need Michael Keaton's Batman's plane.
Oh yeah!
Come in and scoop in, take all the balloons up, and just
take it with it. Yep. And then you just go deliver it somewhere else.
And then afterwards, he goes up. You get the little glimpse of the symbol, and then
that's it. Yeah, cuts it off, and that's it. Gone.
Cuts it off. Oh, that's funny. But anyway, yeah. And in case you're watching the State of the Union tonight, you won't be listening to this. So if you're joining us, thank you. This is our State of the Union address, we know it. And what else? The Grammys? No, we're not talking about the Grammys. Okay, let's get started. Let's talk about some real stuff here.
Oh my God.
We only put that up there for clickbait after we release the podcast. It'll jump to the top of the chart. Oh well.
It worked.
Let's
spy balloon.
Yeah. All right. Well, let's get this party started. And give me 2 seconds and we'll do that. Let me make sure that I'm set here. I am set. Here we go. All of your tech geeky sci-fi weirdo cool stuff we're talking about on this episode. We have AMC, Netflix, Star Wars, Oreos, and a little Disney tonight. Let's get started.
According to Wikipedia, a nerd is a person seen as overly intellectual, obsessive, introverted, or lacking social skills. Many so-called nerds are described as being shy, quirky, pedantic, and unattractive. We're here to prove Wikipedia right.
Oh, look who they let in.
This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. If it's fantasy, sci-fi, gaming, movies, interviews, we're talking about it. We're talking about it. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi. Game God and Magic Mike.
Welcome to Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Episode number 378 on our way to 400. We'll get there by the end of the year, I'm sure. All about spy balloons, the Grammys. No, we're not talking about that tonight. We're talking about everything else that I mentioned at the forefront of this podcast. If you join us in the chat room and join us live, thanks for joining us on Facebook or YouTube or wherever you catch us. Oh, man, has it been a wonderful, wacky week to be in science fiction fantasy world. Nothing has happened. It is a crazy week.
I was just going to say, I thought you were going to say it's been a slow week, but no, you threw me off there. I fell.
Yeah, it's been a crazy week. This doesn't happen. It's like I'm in a Doctor Who episode.
Yes.
That would be Moose. Podcast for Sci-Fi.
Is that show still on? I don't even know.
I don't know. I think they're still looking for a doctor. I don't know. I'm not sure.
It's always
I need
on.
A doctor. No,
it's always on.
Yeah.
If you go like to what is it, like Freevee or
something like
Tubi,
that, yeah.
Tubi, you can always you can find them. Pluto TV, you can find it. It's all
but it'll go away. It'll go away for 20 years and come back, and it'll say they've always been here. So
they've always been.
Hey, why are we paying for streaming site? You just named 3 free ones. I don't know.
I don't pay anymore. I'm tired of it. Yeah. The only thing that I'll have to pay for is to watch a Super Bowl. I'm not sure.
Yeah, or Marvel Snap cards. Either way.
Hey!
Oh man, where's there we go. Oh, all right. So who's up first? Who wants to go?
Well, you brought up the streaming service Game God did. Let's go to Netflix.
Oh, let's do it.
Oh, we're going Netflix. Okay. Hey, so this came down the pipeline. You know, we've been hearing this over the last 15 years since Netflix has been around. That they are going to do away with password sharing. I mean, at this point, it sounds like cry wolf, right? It's like, oh yeah, they say that every year. Every time they have a shareholders meeting, they talk about it. So, but man, it seems scary and scary. Each year it gets a little closer, and this year it's just got that much closer. So I don't know if you've heard, guys. They've done some terms that they've changed in the wording in your Netflix.
No, I have not.
Yeah, you probably clicked yes when they said the new agreements, and you just click yes. It's like so they're actually they're changing it. They're starting to put the foundations in. So as you know now, they're currently testing the password sharing feature in different countries.
Yeah, why do they test it in different countries and not in the U.S.? I'm just curious about that.
That's a good question. I think they're doing that because if you guys remember, and I know you will, this was several years ago now that I happened to be.
Yes, I know where you're going with it.
South America. And they had stuff there that we don't have here in America.
Yeah.
And it was in places like Chile, Costa Rica, things like that is where they've been testing it.
Right.
Or the rest where the wording came out. As a matter of fact, when they released it, they put it for multiple places, other countries as well. Wasn't supposed to, but they did release it where that wording came out. But yeah, that would be my guess is why they're testing it there, is because they're already giving some of those other stuff away with Netflix versus what we pay here for in the US. But I don't know. I know we talked about, and by the way, you guys know I don't have Netflix anymore.
Correct.
You guys know that.
Correct.
I've
got
Tubi. Not know that. So thank you for the update.
He's got Tubi.
I got Tubi. And what's the other one?
Pluto.
Pluto. There you go. But yeah, with the thing it's going to cost right now, I think it's $3 in Costa Rica. There's $2.99, whatever that how they use the 99 there. That's how they get you.
What? $2.99? What do you mean?
$2.99 for the additional cost to be able to share your password to have these other users assigned.
So let me ask you something. Does that mean I won't be able to use my VPN on Netflix? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. No one's talking about it. But here's how they get you. What they're doing is that the last week's updates appear to show that the company would require users to identify a primary location for all accounts that live within the same household.
One of the things that I do to get different things on my Netflix is I use a VPN. And the VPN then, so let's say I use, I just pick a VPN. And I say, okay, this is the country I want to come out of. And so the VPN, I use a VPN that can stream, that won't slow down, and that doesn't track what I'm doing. And that allows me to log into Netflix through the VPN. So then you get different choices of movies. You have movies that you would not get in America, which is kind of cool because your catalog just doubled.
So here's the caveat to that. Now, not only do you have to do that, the primary location, but you also will need to sign into that primary location at least once every 31 days to ensure that the device or devices are not blocked.
What? Yes. Yep.
Oh, that's ridiculous.
Yep. Now they also said
that can't last.
They also said temporary codes will need to be used for traveling members, which will only remain valid for seven consecutive days.
7 days if you're traveling. That's all you get. That is ridiculous.
That is another thing that I don't see this passing the litmus test here in the United States. I don't see.
Well, I mean, it all seems to be driven financially, as to what Magic Mike said. There's a charge for sharing. They have. Let's
pretend though for a minute, Game God, that you have Netflix, and let's pretend Magic Mike has Netflix. Would you allegedly would you be sharing a password with anyone if you had it?
Well, you listen to my friends.
I meant a year ago. Yeah, friends.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
really?
Here's the reason why. So when you pay, they you know how you get 4 screens, 2 screens. What's the point if I'm paying more money to be able to watch 4 screens at the same time? Why wouldn't I let family member Magic Mike to have it?
I appreciate that. Well, and I have to come from me and Moose will see this the same way. No, we didn't share. I did not share. If I had it, I wouldn't share. But using those 4, I would actually use those 4 though, because of the members of my family. I have a bunch of them in my home as well, and so we did use different screens at the same time. So I thought it was okay. The price as it was fine. Going through these fees, I don't have a problem with the fees, just so you know. But I have a problem with how they're going to say they're tracking this stuff. They're going to force you to log in. They're going to
listen. I got to chime in. I can't even let you finish that statement. I have a problem with the fees, and you know why? I'm already paying like $24 for Netflix to be able to get it in 4K and have four screens at the same time. I should be able to do what I want with my account. I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it.
You're paying for your account. You're not paying for somebody else's account.
I understand that, but if it's within the 4 screens that I'm allowed, it doesn't matter who should be using it. I'm paying for 4 screens, right? So why are you trying to now limit the 4 screens that I get? That's like charging you for 4 screens and then charging you to be able to use the 4 screens. So I have a problem with that.
Yeah,
that is a good point, Game God. I like what you're saying there.
So if I'm paying $24, now here's the caveat. Now, if you tell me I still get everything I get, and you drop me down to $10, and I have to pay the $3 to password share,
different. I was just about to ask, when was the last time Netflix was charging $10 a month?
97. I think they still had DVDs they were sending out.
Well, I mean, it started off at $9.99 a month.
Yes, it did.
That was, by the way, I just did a quick search, and that was And I say it started off. I mean, I could be wrong. Maybe it was $7.99 for all I remember.
Oh, you know what? You might be right.
But yeah,
$7.99, two
$9.99,
DVDs.
2015. So from 2015 to now, this is that increase is huge.
That's a
I
big
can't believe
increase.
we're paying double the amount
Yep.
in for the same service. I don't get that.
Well, and part of the problem is, and the main reason why I don't have it is because the content coming out was not as good as it had been in the
I
past.
get it's better now, but and so then you could argue, well, that's why you're paying more because the content is better. But not really, because you might be getting better originals than you were before because you didn't have any before.
Mm-hmm.
But the catalog though for Netflix is shrinking
Yes,
because
it is.
everybody else is coming out with their own streaming service. Now I'm on the I really, come to think of it now, I'm probably on the cusp of of turning Netflix into a Noflix because that's just too much money.
I see what you did there.
Yeah, you see what I did there? That was
Yeah,
that was key.
Yeah, that's what you did there.
But I just don't understand. Like I don't understand the increase and the increase and the increase. Like, come
Listen,
right?
you think I'm joking, guys? They charge me $23.95
Yeah,
every month for Netflix. That it seems like it's increased every 6 months.
So,
Because
are you telling me that I won't be able to use your password anymore, Game God? Is that what you're telling me?
yeah, no. As long as I'm, you stick to the times you told me.
Okay.
But listen, if you're gonna do that to me, then I have a problem with that. Now, if you're gonna cut my price in half, I don't mind paying the $3, or hey, charge me the same $24 and let me still do what I want to do and charge everybody else cheaper.
That's essentially just saying everything remains the same.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would there be a problem as a podcast if we said, okay, we're going to get Netflix for the podcast, okay? So we get Netflix for the podcast. There's 3 members here. We go, okay, boom, boom. Now what? Now we can't even do that.
Who's the primary? Who's the primary location?
Right.
Yeah. We got to change it every 31 days.
Yeah. Ridiculous.
Yeah. So I think it's a mistake.
We're only talking about Netflix 7 days out of the month.
Sorry, guys.
Yeah.
No, I think what's going to happen is they will see, because everybody says it's always for money, right? That's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
And they think that this is going to be, I guess, effective for them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be moving forward. I gotta say, at some point, though, people are gonna.
I think they're trying it out in other countries because, but when they roll it out here, they're gonna get some backlash. They're gonna get
they're gonna get dropped like a bad habit. They roll it out here. For sure.
So you talk about drop. I got some numbers to close this out. According to an analyst, about 62% of the 380 Netflix password borrowers surveyed said they would stop using Netflix once the crackdown takes effect.
See?
Now,
Exactly.
wait, it gets better. Only 10% of those polls said that they would create their own account for $10 a month. And then 35% said that they can replace Netflix with another service.
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
They said, and 31 say they just don't enjoy the content enough to continue paying for it.
Yep. I think they're on the verge of losing lots of customers, and then they're going to have to do a real big backtrack. I don't think it's going to work out the way they think it is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, and I guess that's the benefit for them is they can always backtrack. After they
can change. Yeah, and then you have to change your thing, and your login or whatever. Whatever.
Yeah. You spoke. We listened.
Last question: if they got rid of Netflix, who do you think will be the top dog in streaming? They have a poll here, so I have some numbers.
Is that a trick question?
No, it may be.
I'm gonna say Disney.
Okay, you say Disney, Magic Mike.
That's why I said it was a trick question. It is going to be Disney.
Nope. Amazon Prime, 42%.
Really?
Hulu at 35% and Disney at 26%.
Hold on just a second. See, now Prime, this is kind of a trick a survey, whatever you're reading, because Prime is given to you when you're using Amazon, you get it. So it's not really being used, I don't think.
Hey, dissect the question how you wish to dissect it.
And Hulu is still part of Disney, as far as I know. So
but I remember at one point in time, you can argue and say that Disney was the top dog or would have been the top dog. I don't know. Since the last year and a half,
it may have been shaken up a little bit. I'm glad you bring in Disney. There is something Disney related here today that you guys may or may not know about.
Okay. Disney.
First of all, the first Disney news is that there's going to be a new series coming out, and this series is not going to be on TV.
What?
It won't be at the movies. It's actually a comic book. It's a comic book series, But this story is
Reads.
actually an interesting one. It's told from the villain's point of view, from the Lion King. So it's actually going to be Scar's story.
Interesting.
You know what? They should make a movie out of that. I would go see
That would
that.
be an interesting movie, wouldn't it? Now, why
Game
don't
God's all in.
That's it.
they slipped on this, didn't they?
Yes.
Yeah, so that's an interesting concept. We've seen this before in movies and for series and things like that, telling it from a different point of view. There's a show right now on Netflix with the same type of thing. But I think that's a cool idea. I think it's a cool idea to see Scar's point of view. I don't think it's going to be a smashing success. Obviously, it is a comic book. I think it's going to be a limited series for that. Maybe a 6. I'm guessing. A 6 series run or something like that. But I just don't think it's. I don't think it's good do that well as a comic. I think it'd do it better as a series or animated series on
Agreed.
So
Now, if they were to do an animated series or a movie, they have to use Jeremy Irons as the voice.
if you
They
don't,
do, yes.
you're in trouble. I think if you don't use Scar's true voice in an animated piece, you're in trouble anyway.
Yeah, because I know other Jim Cummings and what's his name from Doctor Strange, Mordor has also done the voice in different series for Scar.
Yeah.
But it has to be Jeremy Irons, and I think
Yeah.
Scar arguably had the best personality in the Lion King movie. Period.
Yeah.
So
I think you're 100% right. I think that he had, and the second best would have been the baboon.
exactly right.
Rafiki.
Yeah, Rafiki.
So I just think that, and I think that I think that actor passed away. Of course, I think that's
Yeah.
But needless to say, Jeremy Irons hasn't passed away. I think that you use him as a voice, and I think that's where you get, if you hear Scar's voice in a new animated series, I think you perk up. So
yeah, absolutely. And the voice of Rafiki's still alive.
is he?
Oh,
Yeah, John Canny. I'm probably saying this wrong. Kani.
Really? That's who did the original voice?
Yep.
I thought it was somebody different.
Yeah, so that's it. He's still there, and apparently he's known for portraying T'Challa in the Marvel.
Really?
Yeah, that's what. Hey, that's what it says in Wikipedia. So if Wikipedia is wrong,
I don't want to be right.
yeah, he was T'Challa in Captain America, the first T'Challa's dad.
Yeah.
So he was the father in
That
Civil
was
War.
him who did that. See, I thought it was the guy who played. This is going way back. Remember Benson?
Yes.
Oh,
he was the bird.
That's what I thought it was too.
I thought
he was
him.
the bird.
He was the bird. He was
okay.
He was in it. He was the bird. He was I believe he was the parrot.
No, he was not. What's his name? No, he was not.
Hold on. Now we got to verify it. No,
I thought he was Rafiki. I really did. I thought that's who he was. Who's the actor that played Benson?
You know what? Stand
Robert?
corrected. It was Robert. He played Rafiki. It was a different Lion King.
It was
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm like,
yes.
there's
yes.
no way. It is.
Yes.
His last name is Guillaume. That's what his last.
Yeah,
name.
I didn't try to pronounce it.
Yeah.
I figured one of you guys are coming and scoop it up and say the name for me.
I loved him as an actor, and I thought that was his voice in the original Lion King, and I was right. Okay, good.
Yes, you were right.
Yes. Zazu was Rowan Atkinson.
That's not different.
Mr. Bean.
Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah.
That was he played.
Zazu was Mr. Bean.
Wow.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
You just blew my mind.
Yeah. Hey, I'll never see the Zazu again the same.
I know. You can never look at him the same.
I didn't see this coming. I see Rob in the chat room just joined us. What's going on, man? Listen, Rob just joined us because he was watching the ball game of the Knicks beat Orlando. Let me just say that Orlando's they're a kickover team nowadays. That's not much.
Yeah, I wouldn't brag too much about that one. Yeah.
Kickover team.
But I did not know that. But I love his acting. I think he's terrific. Obviously, as Mr. Bean is just one of his accomplishments, but he's done a lot of other stuff, which is actually pretty cool. I did not know he was Zazu. I
did not know that either.
But anyway, needless to say,
now I can't stop picturing it.
Yeah. Other Star Wars news in the podcast tonight. Mike, take it away.
Jeez, curveball.
Oh, no, was it Magic Mike or was that Game God?
No, this is Game God going for the Han Solo. Yeah.
Han Solo, Star Wars. Thank you. I'm like, oh, okay, Magic Mike, take it away.
Yeah,
So everyone knows Star Wars. They know Han Solo. Obviously Moose thought that. That's funny. That is funny.
That's funny.
But they know Han Solo. Moose knows him well. He watched the movie 12 years later, Solo. The iconic blaster. Everyone knows that blaster from Han Solo. Very iconic, right? Arguably you guys can spot that a mile away.
Yeah, 100%
sure. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So, do you guys know that there was only 3 in existence at this point in time?
I did not know. No.
Really?
Yeah,
I didn't know that either.
the prop, the official prop used for the movie, and it's called a Blastech DL44 heavy blaster for all you nerdy techs out there.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I changed my guys on Star Wars and the Battlefront, and I use that occasionally.
Okay, so it's an OP weapon. If Moose is using it, it's OP.
Yeah,
exactly.
You had
right.
to pay for it. Sounds right.
Well, it's a pay for is what they did. It went for sale at an auction, and it went for, take a guess, guys. You want to take a quick guess on how much it went for?
So one of the 3 went for auction.
Yes, correct.
I'm gonna say, oh boy, okay. This is gonna go higher than what I think it's going to be. So I'm gonna say 1.4 million.
Okay, 1.4. Okay, what about you, Magic Mike?
I was going to be right at $1 million, but I think Moose may be closer because of just where inflation. Yeah, we'll use that word.
Yeah.
Inflation, supply chain.
Yeah,
that's right. Yes.
Higher Bob. Higher Bob. Higher Bob.
Best quote of the night, right there. Yeah.
Hey, I just want you to know, Moose, it never fails. Magic Mike looked it up. It was $1 million.
Look it up. I didn't look it up. I really would have guessed Moose would have been more right for sure.
1,057,500 is what it sold for. So it makes it Guinness World Records confirmed the price earned the blaster the title of the most expensive prop gun sold at an auction.
Yeah, well, there you go.
Hey, so the question is, if you are a multi-million billionaire, let's say billionaire, because millionaires, if you're dropping $1 million, let's say multi-billionaire. If your name was Rob Bezos or whatever his name is,
or Rob Clark.
Yeah, Rob Clark. Yeah.
Rob Clark,
would you pay $1 million to have this replica, this prop in your collection?
Are you kidding me?
Done. Yes.
I don't even understand the question. Another trick question. Game Guy's throwing out tonight.
As a matter of fact, I'm buying all 3. Bring them on.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
Hey, I want to own them all.
Yeah, that's right.
Pokemon. So 1 million. 1 million. So I thought that was pretty interesting to see that. What's also interesting, right? So we all like our snacks here. Moose's middle name is Little Debbie.
Yep.
And so Oreo cookies, guys. I know all of us eat Oreo cookies here. This isn't new. So back in 2020, Oreo cookies they allow you now to make custom Oreo cookies.
I've seen something like this at like weddings and things. I haven't seen necessarily Oreos. I've seen M&Ms.
Yeah, I've seen M&Ms.
I haven't seen necessarily Oreos.
Yes.
So you can make custom Oreo. Now, is this something from the Oreo?
Yes, this is official from Nabisco. Okay. So it allows you to customize everything: the cream, the dip, sprinkles. You can put a picture on the Oreo cookie.
Really?
And you can write stuff on it. Yes,
I'm feeling we're gonna have a podcast for sci-fi cookies.
I feel it coming.
So I thought it was pretty cool. It's like I said, it's not new, but why it's making news now, right? And when we do the pregame, we do a little sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
NBA has signed an official agreement with Nabisco to create NBA team cookies to be sold at the NBA All-Star game.
Wow. Oh my goodness.
Yes. Now, how much are these cookies, you asked? I'm glad you asked.
Yes, I did.
So a pack of 24 cookies is $40.
That's reasonable.
I'm okay with that. Yeah,
that's reasonable.
Yeah. So hey, listen, you just spent $1 million on a blaster. I guess $25.
$40. Yeah, of course. Let me overpay. I want to overpay, please.
Now
I'm about to digest them. That's my snack before my steak dinner. Why not?
Would you eat them? Would you eat them once you made them?
Of course not. The beauty of it is it lasts you for 10, 20 years. So you don't have to worry about it. Then you can eat them then.
That's right. So you're looking at, if you're customizing it, the whole thing, you're looking at 21 count boxes, a minimum of 5 4-count boxes, ranging from $250 a cookie to $52.95, depending on how much customization you put in for 24.
That's a lot of dough. Here's the deal. What's kind of cool is that you could do a lot of branding with this. You know, you could be into like The Last of Us, and then open up a pack of Oreos that's customized for like, you open it up and you see like, your the Orlando Magic, or in Rob's case, the New York Knicks, and then like you and then people go, oh, I want that. How can I get that? Then boom, you're selling.
Yep. Exactly.
Now, I gotta tell you, looking at these pictures, if they look like these pictures, the pictures on the cookies are pretty clear.
Really?
They don't look like, you know how it's a cookie with just slight coloring on it. No,
not like our T-shirts. You're saying
no. Yes. Only the best, by the way. Only the best.
Only the best.
But these look good. I think we might have to just get some for the podcast just to show what these are.
Just
put them on as a business expense.
We're gonna need another sponsor for that.
Yeah, Rob, you wanna help us out with that?
Help us out.
Rob sent the check already. What are you talking about?
Oh, okay.
By the way, Rob said that he'd rather pay more for a Star Trek phaser. By the way, if you're interested in that, Rob, I think I have an original here that if you want to pay $1 million for.
Oh, he's not lying, Rob.
I got the deal.
Like the shirt I received yesterday.
Oh, that's wrong. That's wrong. That's not right.
He lost a couple of stars with that one. Okay.
Put him in the box, Coach. Put him in the box.
Hey, talking about stars, Magic Mike, you got something with stars, movies, or tickets, or something like that? What's going on there?
I wanted to. This is like the year of fees, right? I want some more money here, some more money there.
Yeah.
So AMC is coming out, and they've announced that they are going to charge based on your seat.
Oh,
so
you're kidding me.
Here's the good part. If you're in the front row,
now we've identified better, best, good, better, best seats in the house. Oh,
yes.
Goodness.
So if you're in the front row, it's going to be cheaper than if you're in the best seats or in the outside seats. And I've seen like a little planogram, if you want to call that, a map of it. And it takes like the best seats, and it's going to charge you more for it.
And so if you're watching this.
Yeah, Game God is clearly in the front row here. Go ahead, Game God. Let me show
you. And the money that they're saying that is, at least that's being announced right now, is not much difference, like $1 or $2, depending on what the seat is. But that's irrelevant, because here's the thing. Now they're admitting, actually, and this is what a lot of people are saying. Now they're actually admitting that those front row seats aren't so great. Yeah. So instead of adjusting it and making it a better theater, they're just going to charge you less for that one, but charge more for the best seats. This is kind of crazy to me. I don't know, but the problem is that they have a monopoly on that, right? Theaters go, because once AMC does it, everybody else is going to start doing it. Everybody's going to follow suit to AMC.
Well, listen, Magic Mike, first of all, I just want to confirm, because my sources are slightly different. Are they lowering the prices of the front row seats, or are they just keeping it the same?
No, they're lowering the price of the front row seats. The seats that are staying the same will be the ones that the people will go to. Right, exactly. The standard seat, not the best seat.
On the edges or in the far back.
Exactly, yes.
So let me ask you this. So the nosebleed seats in a theater, are we saying those are
regular
good?
price?
Those are standard or regular price.
They're regular.
Those are yep.
So what this,
I should get a discount if I'm up there too.
I agree.
So they're saying here, what I also saw there is that they call it sight line. The sight line seats is the ones that are right in the middle, like row 4, 5, 6, like those core seats in the middle. And that the pricing, they said right now that the pricing is only going to take place for showings after 4 p.m. when everybody goes.
When everybody goes,
of course. Yeah.
So
because the theater isn't packed prior to 4, we know that.
Well, in AMC, if you're an A-list preferred or what A-list member, A-list preferred, you won't be charged the additional.
Yeah. This is how they get you. This is how they get you.
What is that? You have to pay like an annual fee?
Yes, you pay like a monthly or annual fee. It's one of those things. Yeah.
Gotta be
Yeah. So it's this is something that maybe pre-COVID you could have probably got away with, right? I think you could have, because movies was on the height. Everybody was going to the movies. They were making tons of money there, and people would have paid. I think they're playing a dangerous game right now.
They're literally on the bubble, like Rob just said. That they're on the bubble of being all closed, because people, although people do go back to the theater, they have returned back to the theater. They have not returned back in the droves that you see, and therere's less theaters. Not only have they not returned back in droves, there's less theaters, and people are streaming stuff from home more so than ever previously, because it's more available now. That you have more streaming sites, you have more hacking going on. I don't know if people are doing that, but you can get that to your home. And I just think that's a bad idea. You're driving people away if you do that, I think.
Hey, you talking about money's not in the theaters anymore. Avatar 2 says something different. They're about to break the top 3, or if you depending on which chart
That's
you're looking.
worldwide. Yeah, I understand that, but there's clearly less theaters.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
but also, Avatar, you adjust for all of that with the price that they're charging for Avatar. And now you're going to be paying even more for it because you're getting a better seat. I mean, that's just another gimmick.
Well,
it is.
I agree, but I have to lean towards Game God's side here. I think that for those who were going to go to the theaters, they're going to go. It's not going to change for them.
They're
going to pay that extra money.
It will hurt the movies that are not blockbusters. That's what's going to hurt.
Yes.
It'll hurt the middle of the road. They only make $150 million their whole lifetime. Those movies are the ones that are going to get, because you're going to be like, I'm not paying $25 to watch that movie. I'll wait till it comes to, because it also comes to streaming in like 60 days. Like in 2 months, it's 3 months, it's in streaming. Now I think now they're giving Black Adam's on there and everything. But anyway, the blockbuster hits like Ant-Man will command like $30 for the best seat in the house, probably.
Okay, so let's just look at this. This is annual ticket sales over the last since 1995 to current. Okay. So in 1995,
$3.
The box office was bringing in these are in billions, by the way. Just to give you an idea, and by the way, this particular I don't know if this is.
Does it account for inflation?
No, I just want to see if it accounts for what's that movie you just mentioned? Avatar.
Yeah, Way of the Water.
I don't see it, but that doesn't mean it doesn't account for it. But this is for tickets sold is, oh my goodness. I mean, just to kind of give you an idea, 1.2 billion in 1995. Okay. So tickets sold now, 2023, was 831 million. So clearly we have a clear winner, and that is 1995 over 2023. There's less tickets sold. So that equates, when we talk about revenue, the dollars are completely different. So in 1995, the box office dollars with all those ticket sales were 5.3 billion. The ticket sales now, with less tickets being sold, is $7.6 billion. So less people, though, are still going to the theater. Bottom line, they just keep raising the prices. That's the only thing that's different, and that's the only way you're getting more money. And maybe they're going and seeing it more than once.
Well, I think what to Gengar's point, and this is where I agree, is that it's going to be the blockbusters that are going to, they're the ones that are going to make it out. They're the ones that are going to make that money on it, because people are going to go see those blockbusters.
And they will see it multiple times.
That's exactly right. They will. I'm not one of those. I can tell you right now, I will not pay that extra money unless it's a blockbuster. But
next weekend.
But the problem here is that, to Moose's point, is that it's ridiculous, because you don't need to do that. What you need to do is have a good theater, a good movie, and people are going to go in. They're going to spend the money. You want more people to come in. You want to bring the crowds back. If anything, you should be going, you know what? Let's drop the price in the front row. That's a great idea, because I think that more people might be willing to go, you know what? It's the front row, but I'll go because it's going to be
really
cheaper.
Drop it. Not $1 or two, but
right. Yeah. Like $5
matinee price. Matinee price.
Yep.
Right.
Listen, I saw what was the last movie that came out that I went and saw in the theaters? Oh, Avatar. So Avatar, I got stuck in the front row. And let me tell you something.
Man, you did?
Yes. And watching that movie, watching any, I don't know why anyone would sit in the front row. It was the seat couldn't recline further enough back. I was practically upside down watching the movie, and I still couldn't get the good view of the movie. So to your point, Magic Mike, those movies should be like $5 tickets.
Yeah.
Because nobody wants to sit up there.
Yeah.
Well, and what a lot of theaters have gone to, at least out here, is they've gone to assigned seats. So you pay for your seat. You do it online. You buy the
They
seat
started
online.
that after COVID, they started that.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
And so now, if you're in a theater,
That's by the way, Mitch, I'm sorry. That's how they determined. Okay, where do
They can pay
people
more
want
money.
to-
that's exactly right. Yes, where they want. Yeah.
And they raise the price because people will pay for assigned seats. They will pay for premium seating.
That's exactly right. Yeah. And for those theaters that don't do that, how are you going to monitor who's sitting where?
Well, hey, how do you monitor now? I can tell you right now. Go ahead and sit in somebody's wrong seat. Hey, excuse me, sir.
Well,
that's my seat.
to be transparent here, I've gone to the theater since COVID. They said, "Where do you want to sit?" I'm like, "Oh, just give us this one," and I pick one that's not available, or that's available but not where I want to sit. And then when I get inside the theater and see that nobody's sitting there, I just move seats. I mean, big deal. If you're monitoring that closely, you got a cash flow problem.
Well, and that's the other thing. To your point is, you're gonna have to pay someone now to watch that because you're gonna have to have
during
an usher,
during
right?
the theater, during the movie, right? During the movie, you're gonna have somebody come through. Can I see your tickets, please? Tickets, please.
You're gonna have to have an iPad. Yeah. iPad on low light
brightness. Low brightness.
On okay. No, oh, he's in the wrong seat, sir. You're in the wrong seat. You get to move.
It's gonna be an Indiana Jones Temple of Doom, or the last one.
Let me see a ticket.
You're gonna throw him off the air balloon there. Oh, he didn't have his ticket. And everybody was gonna throw. I got my ticket.
That's 2 rows down.
Yeah, come with me.
Throwing him off the spy balloon.
hey, follow me.
Yeah.
So but it does. That will not work in a theater that's not sold out. So good luck. That can only work on opening weekends for blockbusters.
By the way, how many theaters do you think are getting sold out nowadays?
I can tell you, the only one that I've seen, unfortunately, was Avatar when I went to see it.
Yeah,
but I saw it on the Friday it opened.
But you have like one in your town, right?
$1.9 billion, take in.
Yeah,
but still, that's not.
But that's the only one I've seen.
Not the norm.
Yeah, Black Panther wasn't sold out when I went to see it.
Correct, right.
And I don't recall
when I saw Top Gun Maverick, that wasn't sold out.
It wasn't sold out too.
It made a ton of dough.
Yep.
Yeah. So because people are not rushing like that anymore, and I think to Magic Mike's point again is people going back 2-3 times to see the movie. Like, I mean, I watch the Top Gun Maverick now at least 3 times a week.
Yeah, exactly.
a new staple.
So it knocked Back to the Future out for a couple of weeks there.
Oh, well, that's it. That's all I have. What else you guys got anything else?
Hey, how much did it cost you to get Spider-Man? I just want to know. Put on the
talking nothing. I just get lucky and win my.
This is exactly what it is. Oh my goodness, Spider-Man, Absorbing Man. Listen, this guy right there. Don't play him. If he sends you an invite to play him, run.
Don't play.
Run.
I didn't get that text.
Magic Mike, you want to play after the podcast?
Well, I can't. What?
Hey, listen, everybody. Thanks for joining us, Rob. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Hope the Knicks win their next game too. Everybody, see you next week. Come in and join us. Let's talk State of the Union. Don't worry about that stuff. Yabba dabba doo.
I was just leaving.
Nerd alert.
You've been listening to Podcast for Sci-Fi with Moose, Game God, and Magic Mike. Nerds have more fun. If it's anything sci-fi, we're talking about it. We had fun, and we hope you did too. We have to split, but we'll be back soon. In the meantime, hit us up at podcastforsci-fi.com. This is Podcast for Sci-Fi, where all things sci-fi come to life. Come to life.